questions. We have tons of them. What if some of those questions can be answered with a simple email? Now is that time, and welcome to Chat with Charlie. Host Stephanie Lynn is a certified spiritual life coach and psychic medium. She will work together with Spirit to answer both your submitted and live questions. Not only will Stephanie be providing you with insight, but also interviews with amazing guests. Now, your host of Chat with Charlie, Stephanie Lynn.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Obviously, I'm not Stephanie Lynn. My name is Diet Renee, and I am hosting for Stephanie Lynn today on Chat with Charlie. Why? Because she just couldn't be here. I apologize for that, but she couldn't be here. So, come on in. Tell me hi. Tell me where you're from. I do see right now 3 people are watching us, but you know what? I need to see more. So, good morning, Miss Tracy. Thank you. Thank you. While people are coming in, I am going to share this everywhere and anywhere that I normally share, just to say hi, to say good morning, and get more people. I'm from Illinois. Oh my God. Hi, Tim. Oh, I love it. And Tim's from California. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love the fact that so many people follow so many of our shows. I think that's amazing. So today's topic is going to be about being an empath. Okay. So if you have questions about being an empath, if you want to know anything, this is your chance to really just pick my brain. Pick the teacher's brain. How's that sound? Um, and I don't mean it's because I got a million. I got a lot of students, but it's because I am a teacher, guys. I am a teacher of psychic mediumship development. I don't know how many people know that about me. So kind of let's go back a little bit so you know about me, and then you know why you can pick my brain on this subject, or really any subject anyway. But I am a certified psychic medium. Yes, certified psychic medium. You can do that, believe it or not. And that I also I'm just to let you know, I'm also certified through a lady by the name of Lisa William. Good morning, Miss Julie. I'm also one of her master teachers, which what that means is I have gone through an intense training program to learn to teach psychic mediumship development. Okay. And I have many, many students. I've taught many people. I have a online student community just for people that have sat with me. I have taught in various places all over Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota. Hi, Christopher. I've taught a lot, and I teach a lot online. And with teaching online, I have taught people all over the world. And I have taught everything from psychic mediumship development to empowering your life, getting your life back. So many subjects, so many subjects. So that's a little bit more about me that maybe most people didn't know. We all have so many different things. So, yes, I'm just sitting here. I am trying to just post this everywhere, guys. I want to get this on the Chat with Charlie page also. So, and then I will go on to our topic. How does that sound? So, so. You like how I just say, I say so many times. I really need to learn to not say so much. But, again, ask any questions on the topic of empathic, which I do know is very close to, it's close to my heart. It's close to a lot, anybody that's a teacher, it's really close to our hearts, oh my God. Every time I turn around, there's another place to share that I missed. And I always feel so bad when I missed it. So many people say, thank you for sharing this and getting it everywhere so people can see it. And then I fail and I feel so bad. So I believe I got it everywhere and anywhere now. So being empathic, what is being empathic? You know what? I wanted to look up the more proper definition of being empathic, not just what I know, and everybody else. I just wanted to give you a little rundown. And I literally just clicked, I Googled it, and what is empathy or being empathic? I got it, not empathy, empathic. Oh my God. I clicked on empathy. Not empathic. So let's I'm going into your mind. It's exploring your mind. Okay. That is, that is the one that I initially clicked on. Let me see. Do I like So this is what they say. Do you think you're empathic? Have you ever wondered what the benefits of being empathic are? In this article, we list 9 of the benefits of being empathic that experts have suggested. And the big question is, do you think you're empathic to make ourselves feel better or to make others feel better? That really is a great question. But in my world, it goes so much further. So the benefits they list of being empathic, okay, and there are a lot of benefits. It's not just a bad thing. In the psychic world, let's look at the positive, but I will tell you what, in the psychic world, at least in the very beginning stages, a lot of people don't like the empathic part of themselves. So empathic comes from the Greek word empathia, which means passion, which is really kind of cool. And psychology did adopt that form of the word, which is awesome. But it's empathy. Empathy is your ability to understand someone else's emotional life, their thoughts, emotions, feelings, etc. And it's always been understood that empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. This means that you're able to better understand another person and feel their emotions, which is really kind of cool. Okay. Which is pretty kind of cool. Now that's a psychological, that's psychology now, isn't it? That really is psychology. So let's look at I should just put up my screen for Googling because then you'd be like, oh my God, what is this? You know what I mean? What is this? It's a totally different, I think. Um, so let's bring it into this one. So being empathic a spiritual gift? I would say it is. I would say it is. I would say it is. Now, and it's funny because each one of these sites will give me, good morning, Diane. Good morning, Ellie. Each one of these sites will give you a million reasons for being empathic. They will give you a lot of, are you empathic? Are you this? Are you that? Um, all of that type of stuff. Okay. I mean, gosh, it's crazy. Isn't it crazy how you can look up something and they just have all the do's and the don'ts and everything else. So, this one site, I like this. I love this because, and the reason why I'm Googling is being empathic. There's so much controversy around it. There really is a ton of controversy. So, when I'm looking at this, now I just switched to the Restore Your Emotional Balance. Oh my God, there's so many different pages on there. And they have an empathic test. So, number one, you absorb negative energies from your environment you are in, either from objects, electronics, or people. You may also be sensitive to ghosts, discarnate entities, and low energies. So that's number one question. Number two question, you carry a heavy load and it's not yours. You are affected by negative behavior of others and often choose to engage in negative behavior yourself in order to fit in. Number three, you always seem to know what people are thinking and feeling and are affected because you care so much and want to help. This causes you to be in codependent relationships with narcissists and selfish people who don't really care about you. Number four, you have a very hard time sticking up for yourself and feel taken advantage of by family members, friends, and even strangers. And number five, somehow you feel responsible for what happens to others in your life and end up participating in the sorrow. You also feel resentful of not being appreciated. Now, I will tell you what, gosh, is that not negative? Is that not just sounding so negative? But you know what? I'm going to say a lot of it's true. A lot of it's true. But I want to push it even further. I really want to push this empathic thing even further because I want to show you how sometimes when we look at things, when I look at empathy, which is, shorter term for empathic, or really kind of sits in the same lineage, it becomes very positive because you're feeling for somebody else. When you're looking at empathic, more of the spiritual sense, you're taking on. Do you notice the difference? Diane, yep, that is big true in a relationship with narcissists. Exactly. But I will tell you what, that is not always the case. And it's not the cut, dry, boom, here you go, bottom line of being empathic. Okay. And I think that sometimes when we have the ability to Google, which I just did to kind of show you different aspects of this, sometimes we really don't get the lowdown on it, do we? And I think sometimes that's where we turn into mass hysteria, or maybe not mass hysteria, but mass misunderstanding. Let's put it better, like misunderstanding. So I want to take you back to some really basics of how I teach being empathic. Okay. So for me, and I, I advertise my beginners class from an empathic standpoint, because for myself, being empathic is, especially in the beginners level, and you're all going to have to tell me if you relate to this or not. In the very much beginners level, you will find people that are empathic. Um, they're not sure of their emotions. They have a frustration going on within themselves. They don't know what maybe a true emotion is. They might have anxiety issues or anxiety disorders. They feel uncomfortable. Um, they really can't really make up their mind on a lot of things. They get wishy-washy. They're all over the place. They get tickle tummies, but they don't know if it's good or bad, indifferent. They don't know if the feeling's about them or if it's about somebody else. When they are with people, when they get by themselves, kind of seclude themselves, they tend to, from my experience, they tend to be almost flatlined on emotion. They don't have a lot of highs or a lot of lows. It's more like an in between flat line. It becomes a comfort zone not to feel all that. When they are with people, oh my gosh, it's all over the place. And that's where you get anxiety going on. And if you can imagine, walking into someplace, and I'm sure most of you that are empathic, Walmart or any other big chain or malls can really be a very hard place for you, a very hard, very difficult place to walk into. Why? Because you've got all the emotions of everybody there and you're taking those on. I don't want to go as far as saying absorbing, but I do want to say taking those on. Because to myself, when you absorb something, you really can't get rid of it because you've taken it and now it's a part of you, and it is. But taking it on means you can release this. Taking this on means you can really just release this and let it go. So I want to look at it from that aspect. So being empathic, at least in my world, yes, you have the positives of feeling somebody else and blah blah blah, and you have the negatives of codependency and all of that nature. You do. But like I said, we're breaking this down a little. We're really breaking this down. We're breaking this down quite a bit. So, and being empathic is taking on somebody else's emotions when you're beginning. Again, when you're beginning, when you don't know what's going on, when you're at your beginner's level, okay? Once you start to push out of that comfort zone, push to develop your abilities, push to develop an understanding and learn about spiritual hygiene, taking care of yourself, things of that nature, you really find that that case changes. Good morning, Miss Jessica. Oh my God, I love it. That really starts to change a little bit. Okay. And that goes from something that's negative, and that really is negative if you think about to take on somebody else's emotions, to take on, and not just somebody, but everybody's emotions, to take that on really becomes a negative within yourself. Okay. It really, really does that. Okay, this may be a stupid question, but are every psychic a medium an empath, or is it only some? No, I'm going to tell you, everyone is. I really want to tell you. It just, and we'll get to that. It really depends on what level you push this to, though. Okay. Because even in a psychic, you're going to feel people around. You're going to feel, I mean, that's just, when we say that everybody's psychic, like this is your born gift, everybody is psychic. This is your ability. Being psychic is your ability, and being empathic is part of that nature. So getting back to that original question, keep bringing the questions. I don't mind flying all over the place a little bit. Um, so getting back to that, when you know what, again, in the beginning, it tends to be more of a negative. It tends to be more of a heavy because you don't have discernment of everything. It's not taught in kindergarten, which it probably should be taught in pre-K, how to bubble yourself up and protect yourself from the world's emotions and how to take care of yourself before you try to take on the world. But it's not. Why? Because there's not an understanding of that. But so when people come to me as an older person, as older starting their journey, and again, guys, I take on kids as students. I take on kids as students because I think this is highly important, and I think this is where it's really needed. But even as an adult, So when somebody comes to me and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm empathic. I can't handle this. Oh my God." Somebody said, "Oh my God, I'm empathic, blah, blah, blah." Great. Did they teach you how to take care of you? Did they teach you how to manage that? And that's where the break is. That's where that beginning and end is at. Okay. Because you'll go to somebody like myself or another psychic or whatever. And a lot of times the first word, and you know what? I'm guilty of this myself, but I also educate. I also educate with this. But people say, "Oh my God, I feel you're so empathic." Great. Awesome. You're empathic. But what do you do with this? What do you do with this? Now, for myself, if I have somebody sit with me and say, "Oh my God, I feel like you're very empathic," I will also go on to say, "I also feel like you probably have some anxiety issues because I can feel this in your chest. I can feel just a lot of anxiety and I can feel all this stuff coming at you and it just feels like it's too much and you want to put the brakes on, but you don't know how." Does that make sense to people? Does that make sense? Let me know. Because that's really what it ends up being in the beginning. That's what it is. Now, when you start to break it down, when you have somebody come to you, and I do this in a reading and I also do it with my students, I start to educate them, you know, and I go, "Here you go. This is what we're going to do. I do you know how to bubble up? Do you know how to protect yourself?" And I hate the word protect in mediumship. Now, paranormal, protect away. Mediumship, I don't like the word protect because spirit, when I open up to spirit, they never want to hurt me. That's not their intention. But in psychic, you have to protect, okay? Because you have to protect your energy. And the protecting your energy is because, twofold. One, you got if you would be an empathic, everything comes at you. And two, your neighbor, as blessed and wonderful as they are, they don't realize they're an energy vampire. Nobody knows that. Very few people realize that, they suck their energy from you. So spiritual 101 is really about learning to protect your energy. And this is how I'm going to tell you to do this, okay? These are guidelines for life for everybody and anybody, not just the empathic, because again, everybody's empathic because everybody's psychic, but guidelines for life. So, number one, guys, when you wake up in the morning, okay, and you do your yawning and you're stretching and you're just, it feels great. Trust me, I love to spend an extra 15 minutes to an hour and a half in bed because I love my bed. And it's the only time of the day I get just peace and quiet just to relax. And my bed's like a cloud. But after you do all that, I tell everybody, first thing I want you to do in the morning is run to the bathroom. And that's not to pee, guys. I mean, of course, that's going to happen. But I want you to either jump in the shower or I want you, the first things to do, I want you to wash your hands right away in the morning, at least at minimal, wash your hands. Okay. And the reason being, this is the reason being, is because at the end of the day, we're all energy conduits. At the end of the day, we all have an aura. And at the end of the day, we all use our hands for energy. This is where so much goes through, is right here. Plain and simple, how many of you have washed your hands and within a half an hour or less, not even touched anything, and your hands feel like, "Oh my God, I could wash them again." You feel like you got a fine coat on them. You feel like, "Ew, didn't I wash them good enough?" Ooh, I'm feeling it right now. Ooh, sorry. I went like this and all this energy came out. So y'all got energy and healing right off the bat, guys. So there you go. But this is what it is. Everything goes through our hands. So first thing in the morning, I want you to go and you wash your hands. And when you're washing your hands, you're washing with the intention of cleansing your aura, cleansing your energy. Okay. Now, this is an intention. So, the washing the hands is very much a cleansing of the body, but you are releasing the energy that you have taken on. You're releasing all that energy you've taken on. Okay. And we do that through our hands. So, first thing in the morning, I want you to go and start to wash your hands, releasing the energy. And it's with a thought process of when you're washing your hands. Some people need the visual, some people can do this in your mind, but if you need the visual, and again, you can do it within your mind also. Soap up your hands and wash, see the soap, see the bubbles, see it just kind of scrubbing. Imagine this soap going all over your body, all over your aura, and when you're rinsing your hands, imagine all the particles and all the dirt and all the dust and all the crap coming off of you and down the drain. So you can visually see it going down the drain. Okay. Now, at this point, and you're drying your hands, once you've dried your hands, okay, once you've dried them, I always think of that as polishing up my aura, polishing up my energy. After you do that, I want you to sit there and think about a bubble. And yes, a kid's bubble. Just like you blew when you were little, just like you see your children, your grandchildren, or the kids next door, whatever it might be, blowing a bubble, okay? They blow that bubble and it's so pretty because it's shiny, it glows and gets rainbow colors and blah, blah, blah when the light hits it. But imagine you're blowing one big enough for you to get into, big enough for you to get into. Now, this bubble's not going to pop. This bubble is proof that it's not going to pop, okay? Once you're in this bubble, know that the world can't get you. Know that your aura is protected. Know that you are safe within this. Okay? Now, the next thing I want you to do is imagine a light, whether it be lights of angels, lights of God, lights of heaven, the light above you, whatever you feel. It is whatever you imagine, whatever your thought process is. Okay, because like we already know in the world of religion, we have Catholics, we have Lutherans, we have Baptists, we have Mormons, we have a lot of different beliefs. Okay, so you're gonna imagine, good morning, mom. So you're gonna imagine this light filling this bubble. Okay, then I want you to take some deep breaths because energy work and breathing go hand in hand. So you're gonna take deep breaths. And with every breath, in the goodness, out the negative, in the goodness, out the negative, and that's going to raise your vibration. Those breaths literally make you wake up, make you feel good, make you feel better. Am I correct in that? After you've done that, set your intention that in this bubble, you are protected. In this bubble, you are safe. In this bubble, nobody can get at you. And then I want you to start going about your day. You're going to notice within this bubble that all of a sudden you're more even keeled. You're going to notice that, wait a second, I'm feeling things like happiness. I'm feeling joy. I'm feeling angry for something that's appropriate to be angry at. You're going to notice that you may not have anxiety like you did before. I've had people tell me their anxiety is completely dissipated when they put themselves in this bubble. It's amazing. People go into big chain stores, they go into malls, and they don't have the anxiety issues they had before. People that I've worked with that go to major, like, five-star events, red carpet events, that were paralyzed at the thought of going, now go and flourish just because of a bubble. Because this bubble is literally keeping people from pushing their emotions on you, and it's keeping you from taking on somebody else's emotions, which is the whole nature of being empathic, isn't it? We don't want their shit. I'm sorry. We don't want their shit. That's what it is at the end of the day. Now, the cool thing about this is the more you practice this, the more throughout the day you're going to notice if your bubble by chance did pop, or you broke it, or you took it down. Because you'll be walking throughout your day, and then all of a sudden, you will be like, piss on the world, let it blow up. Oh my God, I'm having anxiety issues, whatever this might be. And all of a sudden, boom, you're going, what the hell? Okay, you're going, what the hell? So this is what you do at that point. We're going back to the spiritual 101 hygiene. Find yourself a bathroom. Go into the bathroom. Do it again. It only takes a few moments. This is not a 20-minute process. This is a few moments. And the time that you wash your hands and the time that you sing the alphabet, you can have this done. Make sure you take those deep breaths because, again, you're washing off somebody else's crap. And when you're taking those deep breaths, you're re-raising your vibration because this vibration is going to stop you from having to take on anybody else's stuff. And then you're going to walk back out of the bathroom, to enter your world again. And the cool thing is when you enter this world again, you can pinpoint the jackass that pissed you off without even intending to piss you off, which is really amazing. Okay. Now, yeah, you're going to do this throughout the day, but at nighttime, you're going to do the routine again. It's imperative to do this at night. It's imperative to do it in the morning. Nighttime is because you're washing away the day's crap. Because trust me, everybody's attached to your bubble. The morning one is because we dream. We dream. And our soul leaves our body every night, guys. I mean, this is not rocket science. We have a cord that attaches to our body. So trust me, the soul's not getting lost. Don't get worried. But the soul leaves every night. It goes and plays. It goes and rejuvenates. It goes back to wherever it goes and then comes back. How many of you guys have had prophetic dreams? How many of you guys have had those dreams that, oh my God, they're too real? Duh, that's what it is. But your soul, it's going through the layers of your aura and it's coming back through those layers. And it's out there and it's grabbing stuff and it's coming back through those layers. So that's what you're washing off in the morning. Now, all these things are really going to help that empathic nature and for you not to have to take everything on. All that, that's all what that's all going to do is help you not to take all that on. Okay? You'll find that then, and being empathic is not a bad thing. When you don't have control of it, being empathic sucks. It's hard. You can ask anybody that knows me before I went through my training. Oh my God, I was horrible. I was unbearable. I was angry. I was frustrated. And I wanted to kill the world. And I didn't even know why. But it's because I was very empathic. And nobody knew how to take care of me. And nobody taught me how to take care of me. So it's my journey now to help take care of other people, or at least teach them how to take care of themselves. Deidre, yep, your spiritual hygiene tips and tricks have helped me so much. Their information really helps. It does. And thank you, Deidre, for that. So please take what I've said this morning for that empathic and really know how to take care of yourself. It's going to change your world. It's going to make a big difference in how you participate in life, how you participate this summer. It's phenomenal. It really is. Now, I want to answer Erica's question, at least a little bit more of it. So, me being psychic and a medium and being empathic and understanding that. And also, I'm going to take this into, yeah, Diana, I wish I had this information when I was younger. Exactly. I mean, this should be taught to kindergartners. This should be taught to little kids in pre-K so that, you know what, school is not nearly as difficult. I think it would really reduce all the biting, the hair pulling, the punching, and everything else that goes along with it. But I also want to push a little bit further into Erica's question when I said that, you know what, sometimes you can take this further. So these are the basics. This is the beginner's empathic. Now, I will tell you, because I was a nurse for 21 years, I was a CNA for 5 years, you know what, I have a lot of the medical field. But what you could take with empathic, and you can really push that, because again, empathic is feeling somebody else's emotions. I have an understanding of somebody else's emotions, okay? In the psychic world, in the person that does readings, being able to do that, I'm able to feel somebody else's emotions within me. I'm able to discern what those emotions are. I'm able to take those in and go, wow, this is how I feel you're feeling. But now, why are you feeling this way? And I can take that emotion and then explore it like a detective to find out exactly why they're feeling that, which is usually going to bring them to the question as to why they came to see me, why they need guidance, why they need to push through to find help or find understanding on something. So being an empath is really cool once you get the beginners done. But once you get to an advanced, more expert level of it, which, you know what, just takes practice. You don't need rocket science, just takes practice. You will find that it can really aid you in a career. Okay? So I hope that helps with that. Now I'm going to take a quick break here, a station break. And when I come back, if you have any questions, please put those in the comments and I will see them and answer them. This is Diet Renee standing in for Stephanie Lynn. Diet Renee standing in for Stephanie Lynn with Chat with Charlie. See you in a few.
Would you like to be a part of something new, something different? Host a show with WLTK-DB Talk Radio and dare to be different. We offer full production and live engineering of your show by a real person, not a pesky computer. Just visit WLTK-DB.com and click pricing to get started. It's not as much as you think and a great way for you to get your message to the world. Better hurry. Slots fill up fast and you don't want to miss out on this excellent opportunity. Visit WLTK-DB.com and contact us for more information now. WLTK-DB Talk Radio. Paranormal talk is our business, and business is good. From its beginnings, Used was created to unleash the excellence of nature's healing powers and bring them to people everywhere. With almost 90 years in the market, they are considered a worldwide pioneer in complete herbal wellness therapy. All Swiss Used products are natural, essential oil-based, pleasant, and harmonious. They are extracted from plants and herbs with the latest technology to ensure the best results. Swiss Used Live Healthy with consultant Stephanie will guide you in the right direction to find the perfect essential products just for you. For example, have an upset tummy? Try our soothing chamomile that has not only been used by many, but trusted for years. Keep in mind, you just can't get these amazing oils at your local shopping center. They're just too special. For that, you need a connection. And that connection is Stephanie. Want some? Then head on over to Facebook and search Swiss Used Live Healthy. That's Swiss Used Live Healthy. And contact Stephanie today.
Hey everybody, welcome back here with Chat with Charlie. I am your host yet, Renee, sitting in for Miss Stephanie Lynn. And we've been talking about being empathic today. So before I go on, does anybody have any questions about that? Or did I kind of cover it all for you? Let me know really quick, because you know what? Nobody mentioned anything in the comments. So, nope, gone. I'm going to say that I must have did Teaching 101 pretty well today. If we have no questions, comments, or concerns, or give me a story, whichever it might be. If not, I am going to go on to your cards today. We're going to go on to a reading. How does that sound? Okay. I'm just shuffling. I am using, what card deck am I using today? Oh my God. Which one am I using? Nature's Whisper Oracle deck. Because, anybody that knows me knows I love this deck. I love a lot of decks. I'll tell you what, I do love a lot of decks. So I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to pull 4 cards like Stephanie does for you guys. And kind of go from there. Diana, yes, you sure did. I'll tell you what, Diana, I love to talk. Teaching is my passion. You don't even know. I will tell you what, I am a believer in spirit and your path and your destiny, even when you don't know what your destiny is. Because let me give you a little bit more education on me. I will tell you what, if you would have met me 6 years ago, 7 years ago, let's say 2015 or before, 2016 or before, I would have told you teaching is the last thing on this God's given earth that you will ever find me doing. Matter of fact, when I was nursing, I wasn't even asked to they would ask me to orientate the new nurse coming on. And then they regret their decision because I'm like, I am not the person you want. And they'd be like, you have so much knowledge, you know everything. You're like, you know all the patients, you know what's going on always. And I'm like, yeah, I pride myself in that, but I am not the person you want to educate somebody, because the new nurse coming on that was supposed to be getting 6-week education or orientation would get 8 hours with me. And then they'd move on to somebody else, because literally they'd walk through the door and I'd say, okay, you took your tour of the building. They're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, here's your cart, here's your book, or here's your computer, here's your meds, here's your this is the narc container, this is that, here are your keys. I'll be sitting over there, go at it. And they'd look at me and I'm like, you know what you're doing. You don't need me to teach you your job. You just need me for questions. I sucked as an orientator. I sucked as a teacher. I will tell you what, when Spirit led me down this path, I was blown away that it became a passion for mine. It became a passion for me to help other people, to teach other people, and to really help people develop. And I found that through education, it really transformed people's lives, especially in this field of psychic and mediumship development, because so many of us are so lost. We don't know if we're coming or going. We don't know our heads from our asses. And I hate to say it that blankly, but we don't, not in the psychic world. And we don't understand what's going on, especially with ourselves. So the more education, the more understanding, the more ways I can show people that this works to help somebody else to understand it, the better their life is going to be. And it's really, I'm very proud to say I'm a teacher now. I'm very proud to say I know some amazing people and that I hope I was this much of their journey. So, and I'm proud for that. So, passion is a game changer, isn't it, Diana? And you never know what your passion's going to be. It might be this to begin with. You never know what's going to be at the end of the day. So it's life changes, which is so cool. But I love it. Oh, thank you, Miss Lori. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to put that up, Lori, not because of what you said, but because I love you. And I think everybody needs to go see Lori Brood. Just so you know, I love her. I'm going to say this, she is one of my certified students. This lady rocks it in psychic mediumship. She's mind blowing in her abilities. And that's why she can say I'm an amazing teacher, because she was a fantastic student and she took all my knowledge and she rocked it. She just rocked it. So there you go. Find her on Facebook. Look for a reading with her because she rocks. That's okay, Jessica. So many passions you might, but that's okay. That's okay. You know why? Because this is my idea. This is my idea, Jessica. And I got this, and it was so funny because I was really confused on this. I was really confused on that whole I have so many passions and my mind is split. I don't know where to go. I want to be everything. And I don't know if you ever seen that little cartoon called Sophia the First? It's newer in my world. It's newer. I'm sure it's been out for quite some time, but my granddaughter watched it. I mean, she's 5. We watched every episode probably 100 times. I can't say I always paid attention to every episode. And more recently, she went back to watch them. And there was an episode where Sophia, who is probably about 8 years old, is getting out of preschool, not preschool, but primary school, and she's going into the next level. And she's got to make a decision on what she wants to do, what type of school, because they're all specialist school. And she can't decide, and she gets so frustrated, so angry. She ends up cracking like tablets and stuff like that. I mean, not like stone tablets, not like tablets. And the fairies, who are literally the Cinderella fairies, come in and tell her, no, 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 you don't. It's important to make the first decision. It's important, and I'm going to tell you, it's the same with this. It's important to make the first decision of the first passion you want to do, the very first one. Why? Because you need a starting gate. You need a place to start. You need a place to go. If you don't make the first decision, you're going to sit on your butt and not do any of it. You're going to be one of those people that says, you know what, I was, a person that did so many things, but never an expert on any of it. Or maybe you weren't even a person that did those things because you didn't make the original decision. But once you make the original decision to do something, trust, know that any time in that course of action, you can always choose to do another one and another one and another one. And you will find that you have completed and did all of your passions, plus a whole lot more than you ever bargained for. But you have to make the first decision. You have to decide on the very first passion and then go from there. It's awesome how that works. Because I'll tell you what, I didn't want to be a teacher. I didn't even want to be a psychic. I thought, no way in hell can I do that. But I made the decision to take my first psychic class. And after that, the ball just started rolling. And anybody that's known me over the last 5, 6 years will tell you how my journey has changed and how I've done so many incredible things. And there's so many incredible things to come. It's because I made the first decision to do the first thing. So, Miss Jessica, pick one. Start there. In 2 weeks, you can change it and do another one, darling. Diana, that is amazing. I love your story. I'm proud of you. Oh, thank you, Miss Diana. Oh, I love that. Oh, thank you, Miss Deidre. I love that. You know what? I have learned just to love all of you guys so much. You don't even know. You guys keep me going. Everybody that watches these shows, my students, people that my clients. Oh my God, I love it. How do I find psychic classes? Caprice, go to my website, www.dietrenee.com. It's the Diet Renee part's on the screen. Take a screenshot of it. And you can actually find videos on my website where I talk about the different classes I offer right now. And then I actually post, you can send me a message. When is your next class for this, your next class for that? And we can get you hooked up. I can also explain to you the different levels, what you can learn in the different levels. I have some people that started beginners. I have some people that start in the middle. I have one person that started advanced. Why? Because she's already advanced. Um, but yeah, come Google, we'll talk. How's that sound? And if I'm not the teacher for you, that's okay. I can help you find the teacher for you. Because as in the mediumship world, I'm not the only teacher. There's a million. You may not jive with me, but there's going to be somebody out there you jive with. Okay. Teacher, I love you right back. You've helped bring so many amazing shifts in my life. I'm sure we can us. Oh, thank you, Miss Deidre. Thank you. Good morning, Miss Michelle. Oh my God. So, oh my God, I gotta get to your reading, guys, or I'll never get to it. This isn't a 2-hour show like I normally get. This is a 1-hour show. I'm gonna have to do an hour, 2-hour show on my show once, just where I sit there and talk and talk and talk. Because you guys know how I love to talk. So let's get to your reading. We're gonna do 4 card. On my show, I do 5-card stud. We're gonna do 4-card poker here, where Oracle is wild. Oracle cards are wild. How's that sound? I think I'm funny. I don't know about you. I'm laughing here, guys. Why is Lori not coming back to say anything? Are you mad at me, darling? She might be mad at me, but I think she's a rock star. So there you go. Um, cards everywhere. Cards everywhere. So card number 1, guys. Card number 1. Oh, here's the rules of the game. Okay, I should probably explain the game of 4-card stud with Oracle is wild. So I'm going to pick 4 cards. You can pick number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Pick all of them. Pick 2 cards, whatever you want. This is your reading, not mad, heading to appointment. Oh, thank you for not being mad at me, darling. I love you. So card number 1, catch your breath, guys. Catch your breath. I love these cards, just so you know, because I love to look at these cards and just the dynamics. I love this because catch your breath tells me if you pick this one, you're kind of going a little bit faster than your normal speed, and you might be getting kind of out of control a little bit. Okay. And what this means is you just need to take a moment, stop to just catch your breath. Look at your surroundings. Look at what's around you. Okay. This tells me that you need to get kind of in a neutral position. And what I mean by neutral, it's kind of like checking your emotions, checking your ego at the door. And ego is a whole nother topic, just so you know. But catching your ego at the door and really putting yourself in a neutral position. Okay. When you put yourself in a neutral position, you're able to assess your situation from a different angle, a different viewpoint. And taking the time to stop and do that, catching your breath, is exactly what you need to do today. So if you've picked number 1, that's what this is telling you to do. Stop, take a moment, and just look at your surroundings, okay? You may not have to shift or change anything at all. It's just telling you to enjoy the adventure then, isn't it? So when you take a moment to stop, you're gonna figure out exactly why you picked number 1. Number 2, assurance. Oh my God, assurance. Love this card. I like this card because assurance to me is a positive word, but when you look at this card, it looks kind of dark, doesn't it? It just looks kind of dark. And when I'm looking at this card, I am just looking at, you know what, you're seeing 2 aspects to this. You're seeing the light and your dark, because you're seeing the light of the sun coming up and you're seeing the dark of the sun going down. Okay. But with all that being said, you're also seeing, what is it? 1, 2, is there 3, 4, 4 women in a tree. 4 women in a tree. And I like the fact that when you're looking at these, you're also seeing all ages. Okay. You're seeing from the younger maiden all the way through to the older lady, aren't we? Know that if you pull this card, you are exactly on the path that you're supposed to be. You are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're going to have equal balance on both sides. You are going through this journey and it's okay. Stop worrying if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing because you are. You're on the path. Okay? You are balanced and it's okay to have those thoughts. It's okay to go, oh my God, am I supposed to be doing this? But trust that you are. Okay? The card is telling you have assurance in that. Card number 3, the perfect setting. The perfect setting. Isn't that beautiful? The perfect setting, such a beautiful picture. I love that. But I don't think it's so much the picture as it is the paintbrush in this lady's hand, painting this picture. That's kind of mind blowing, isn't it? So if you picked card number 3 in perfect setting, it is the perfect setting because you are creating your world. You are creating your destiny. This is your artwork. It's nobody else's. So how can it not be perfect? For all those people that go, oh my God, I can't do this because I don't have an office and I don't have this and I don't have that. Trust me, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You have painted the world. You have painted this, your life to be exactly where you're at this moment. You have made the perfect setting for you, your starting point, your place to advance. Whatever it is, this is your perfect setting. Okay. Number 4, renewal of peace. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that precious? I like that. I like that. This card tells me you need to stay, if you pick number 4, this tells me, you know what? This is coming very, 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 very soon where it is going to be time for you. You're at almost a completion point of whatever's happened in your life, whatever's going on. And with this completion point, you're going to need to curl up and take a nap. You're going to have to curl up and go, take a moment, take a breath. Okay? Take a moment, take a breath. Know that sleep, taking that nap, taking that renewal is a new beginning. It's a new beginning. It means you're walking into calmness. It means that the frustration's behind you. It means that things are going to start again. Trust me, because they always do. But with that being said, this is time for you to just say, okay, I can put the frustration behind me. I can put all the anxiety behind me because right now I'm at a point of peace. I can take my nap. I can enjoy where I'm at this point before I start something new. And that's what card number 4 is. Okay. Um, wow. Now, and Christopher, I just seen yours. What did cards say regarding my health? I'm going to look at this, all 4 of them. I'm going to first say number for the original reading. Card number 1 was catch your breath. It's time to take a moment for yourself. Card number 2 is assurance that you know what, you're balanced and that this is your journey. Card number 3 is that perfect setting, which you have painted this picture for yourself. You have painted your setting and everything going on in your life. And card number 4 is a renewal of peace, which means things are coming to a completion and you're starting to come into a renewed sense of this. Now that's just for that. I feel like, Christopher, all 4 cards are really kind of going this with your health. And that's where I want to look at this as if I'm going to look into health and using these same cards. I'm going to tell you, I do feel like I don't know what's going on with your health because I don't know who you are. But I do feel like this has been quite a journey for you. I feel like this is not something that has just been happening recently. I feel like this has been going on for quite a while. And I feel like you're coming into a point to start to accept whatever is going on with you. This doesn't mean that you don't stop fighting for a better, healthy situation, but it does tell me that you've been going on. It's time to incorporate to say, this is me now. This is the perfect me right now. And using that to your advantage. Okay. And I do feel like once you start to realize that this is where you're sitting at right now, and don't let it stop you, but really let it help you, use it to your advantage, it's going to get you to the point where you're going to be able to put a lot behind you and start to go forward. Okay. It's kind of like I keep seeing somebody in a wheelchair, and I don't know if you're in a wheelchair, if they're just showing me this as a scenario, but it's kind of somebody. Thank you. They keep adding more to it, so I'm thinking it's more of a scenario. But they're showing me somebody that presents, is more athletic, go getter, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden, for whatever reason, they end up being a double amputee at the knees. Okay, now they're going to go through this whole thing of going, oh my God, they're going to have all the stages of grief, of loss, a lot of stages, all that. But when they finally get to that point of going, accepting this is who they are at this moment, does not mean this is who they are for the rest of their life. Are they going to grow those limbs back? No, they're not. But maybe they'll get prosthetics. Maybe they'll choose not to have prosthetics, but live their life from that chair. And that's all okay. It doesn't mean that they're never going to play basketball again. They're just going to have to change how they play basketball. It's not going to mean that they don't do cross country running. It just means they have to change how they do it. It means you're at a point of an acceptance and that you're about to put the health behind you, at least the problems of health, and learn how to live with it and really succeed with this. Okay. So take your time, paint that picture, realize this picture. It may not be the best one right now, but turn it into a positive and be able to start the next segment of your life. So hopefully that makes sense for you, Christopher. Okay. Hopefully the reading helped everybody in some way, shape, or form today, at least to go on with your week. I want to also agreed. Awesome. I love that. I love it when the cards make sense. I really do. So let's talk about the different shows. I want to end this segment today with about all the different shows that we have here at the station. And oh my God, we're getting more shows. Oh my God, we're getting more shows. And I can't tell you about the more shows, but I'll tell you, wait, we got some amazing new shows coming on. So, but the shows that we have in existence right now, we have Monday mornings as myself on School Through Spirit with Diet Renee. That's at 9 a.m. every Monday morning. And guys, these are all Central Standard Times. Monday at noon, we have Monday Morning Monsters with Barnaby Jones. He is at noon. Monday evenings, we have Be the Change with Christina Bloom at 8 p.m. Tuesdays, we're back with me. Oh my God, do you guys get enough of me in a week? Holy crap. 6 p.m., I have got Unfiltered with Diet Renee. That is purely a reading show. All I do is readings as fast as I possibly can. A lot of cards, a lot of psychic, a lot of mixture. But bring your one questions, and I do my best to use my abilities and the cards to get great answers for you. Beyond that, at 10 p.m., we have Paranormal Pete with Pete Orbea. On Wednesdays at 3 p.m., we have the Psychic Hour with Kelly Brickle. At later on that evening at 8 p.m., we have Over the Target with Missy Ford and Missy Hart and Nicole Ford. On Thursdays, we start Chat with Charlie with host Stephanie Lynn at 9 a.m. 7 p.m. tonight is Realm of Darkness with Rennie Rodriguez and Ashley Moreno. And 8 p.m. tonight is the Afterlife Chronicles with Nicole Strickland. And I'll tell you what, that lady is a rock star. You need to go check out her books. Fridays, we start the morning with 9 a.m. with The Good Shit Show with that's Missy Hart. And 8 p.m. is Secrets Within with Rennie Rodriguez. Now, we do have more shows than that. Trust me, we got them all over the place. But what I need you to do, I need you to go to the station, hit WLTK-DB.com. It is going to give you even more shows and maybe upcoming shows and maybe what we're talking about. Who knows? Oh my God, there's so much going on. But there's something else that's really cool that's happened with the station. Rockstar awesome. We are the very first to have an app for digital radio. An app. You can go to either Google Play for your Android devices or the Apple Play or Apple Store. Is it the Play Store? I can't remember. Apple Store, Apple Play Store. I have Apple and I don't even know the correct. The App Store. And go in there, search WLTK-DB, and you can download the app. Now I'm going to show you what the app looks like on my phone so you can see it because it's pretty rock star awesome. Allow. Oh my God, and there's so much going on. I'm going into the app. I need to bring it up. I went into the app and so much is going on within the app. So what I'm going to do is Google WLTK-DB. It says WLTK-DB Talk Radio is what it says when you look it up. I'm going to tell you it's right there. Do you guys see it? Can you see it? You can get us on the go now, guys. You can get us on the go. The cool thing is when I hit the open button, because I have it, it literally takes you to different aspects within our station. We've got the website, we have got the shows, we have got the blog, and we have the About Us. You can see there's a chat button. There is Facebook, YouTube. You can shop our apparel. You can share it, okay? You can share this. It's awesome, guys. You can share it with everybody and anybody. And it's just amazing. Come on, we are the first to have this. So please go to your app store, go to your Google Play, download this sucker because you know what? You can get us on the go. Who doesn't want to put us in your ear with your earbuds and listen to us talk with all of our shows while you're at work, while you're at the gym, while you're doing everything? And the cool thing is, I'm sure because you go to the website, you can get our past shows too. And you can listen to us all day, every day. Because who doesn't want to hear this voice all the time? Anyway, guys, I am so glad that you joined me, you listened to me, you trusted me today, and I am so happy that next week you will have Stephanie Lynn back. At least I think you'll have her back. Um, Either way, this has been Diet Renee here on Chat with Charlie. See you next week. Have a great day.